Welcome to another ICP update. So today I want to start on the weekly chart. As you can see on the weekly RSI, we are currently fighting with the yellow line. And if we do go below it, I'm not going to turn bearish, but I think it's very likely that the 1-2 setup right here gets invalidated. And we put in another lower low in the second wave right here, which will not be bullish because we would most likely go below this low as well, and if we do that, then we will put in another lower low in the main second wave move down. Now of course, if we do drop below it, we don't have to invalidate the structure, but we are most likely going to do that, so be very careful. If we close below it, I think it's likely that we do something like this after that, so and if something like that does happen, I think it's going to be very likely that ICP continues doing absolutely nothing until December, because Bitcoin dominance is still at 57.96%, and it does not really look like it will top anytime soon, in my opinion. Of course, we could pump at any moment, but if you look at the 4-hour chart, for example, we've been going sideways since August 2nd, so we've pretty much been going sideways for about a month now, and if we continue doing this for a few more weeks, then October is going to end. And in my opinion, if we do not top on the Bitcoin dominance chart in October, it's going to be very likely that it will keep going up until December, and then it will top in December, and that's when the altcoin season will happen, and ICP will go in a third wave move to the upside. So yeah, I don't know what will happen right now. I'm very unsure right now. As you can see, we are still below the bull market support band, so we pretty much got rejected by it again. We also got rejected by it here, and now here, so we got rejected by it like what? Already like 6 times, so if we do test it again, and if we do get rejected by it again, I think it's going to be very likely that we break down and go to like $5.40 or so before actually pumping. Now, if you look at the 4-hour RSI, we are not overbought, which is good. We are actually almost oversold, but we were also oversold right here, and that led to absolutely nothing. So, I mean, you could call this a 1-2 setup right now if you really want to, but it looks like it will get invalidated very soon. I mean, the first wave move only has a 3-wave rally, which is an ABC structure, and the second wave move down looks way too impulsive in my opinion, but if we actually stay above this high right here, which is at $7 and about 69 cents or so, then it's going to be very likely that we start a third wave move to the upside, and that should put us above the bull market support band. So yeah, if we do invalidate the whole 1-2 setup right here, we'll most likely put in another lower low in this B wave right here, and that's not going to be good because this B wave is not really allowed to go below this low right here, and this is at $7.59. If we do go below that low, then yes, you can theoretically call this an ABC structure of an overshooting B wave, but I'm not gonna trust that, to be honest with you. If we do go below that low, it's going to be very likely that we go below this low as well, and it's pretty much going to be over for this 1-2 setup right here. So what you need to hope right now is that we get a bounce and we start going in a third wave move to the upside. Now let me talk about this ABC structure again. So first I want to talk about the first 1-2 setup that we have on the chart, then I will talk about this 1-2 setup, and then about this 1-2 setup. So we might have bottomed right here in the second wave move down, but like I said, we could always get another low, which would not be bearish because we are still at the 0.786 support level, and we don't really need to go below it again, but if we do, I mean, we'll still be very far away from the invalidation zone at $2.81, and I don't think we'll get to that level. I think that will only happen if Bitcoin goes to like 40k or 35k overnight, and I don't see that happening right now, so I'm still staying bullish on this. Anyways, if we bottomed right here, then after that, we formed a first wave move to the upside, which only had 3 waves. It had an ABC structure. Then we had a second wave move down, and in the second wave move down, not many altcoins actually managed to hold this, so ICP actually did, which is good, and as you can see, it reacted to the trend line right here. And matter of fact, we've already had 3 reactions to the trend line, so maybe we're about to test it again, and this will be the B wave low. Now, like I said, that would be pretty bad in my opinion. Oh, I'm sorry, I think I made a mistake. we are allowed to go below this low right here. We are not allowed to go below this low right here. This is the low of the A wave. If we do go below this low, we will invalidate this whole setup. And again, you could call this an overshooting B wave, but come on, what's the chance of us recovering after that? So if we are touching the trend line again for the 4th time, then after that we should bounce and we should be done with it. As you can see, we are getting close to the zone right here. And yeah, like I said, after that, we should finally go up, in my opinion. Now let me talk about the 1-2 setup again. So after going in the second wave move down right here, which was kind of impulsive, but it was an ABC structure, so it's fine. After doing that, we formed another 3 waves up to form a first wave move of a much larger third wave move to the upside, which is this right here, the yellow third wave move. And this is the third wave of this 1-2 setup. So here we formed the first wave of that third wave, and then we went down into another ABC structure to form a second wave move down. We touched the trend line again, we reacted to it, then we bounced, we formed 3 waves up in an A wave, and now we are in a B wave, which could get another low. It does look like we will get another low, to be honest with you. And then after that, you can expect a C wave. Now, of course, this is a hopium count. It does not have to play out like this. And like I said, it could always break down. But, you know, this is pretty much the last bullish count we have on the chart. If this does not happen, it's going to be very likely that we just break below the trend line right here. And then we invalidate each low one by one. So yeah. However, if the B wave finds support level in the support region that I gave you right here, maybe it goes to like the 0.786 level or something, or like I said, maybe the trend line. After that, I'm expecting a C wave, and that C wave needs to get to $13.79 because that is the 200% extension of this 1-2 setup right here. And once we get that C wave, that will complete the third wave of the other third wave of this 1-2 setup. And then of course after that we need a 4th wave and then a 5th wave move up, and the 5th wave move up should get to this 200% extension right here. Let me move this, I guess. And this 5th wave move up will complete the 3rd wave right here, and like I said, we need to get to the 200% extension of this 1-2 setup, which is at $16.16.9. That will complete the 3rd wave. Then we'll need a 4th wave move down, a 5th wave move up, and once we get 5 waves, I will be able to confirm that this main 2nd wave move down is actually in, and that we are heading in a 3rd wave move to the upside. And these 5 waves will only complete a first wave of that main 3rd wave move to the upside. And what will happen after that? I mean, nobody really knows. So if we get the 3rd wave, which right now seems likely, if we do not, then yeah, like we need to go below this low right here, but you know, we did not go below that low, so it's going to be likely that we do something like this when the altcoin season starts. If we get a 3rd wave and we get to like $87 or maybe even $139, it's going to be likely that the 4th wave move down will be a bear market. Or maybe we'll only get 3 waves down and then we'll just do something like this in the bear market. Because as you know, I mean, altcoins drop like 95% in a bear market, so if it goes to like, let's say, about $110, if we drop like 95%, that would put us at about $5. So yeah, nobody knows what will happen after the 3rd wave. Of course, there is the potential to get a 4th and a 5th wave after that, but I don't know if that will happen, so I cannot tell you that. Anyways, that's all I have for today. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, check out our YouTube memberships and our Patreon. Like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next update.